All right, here we are. We are back with the 113-pound bracket at the Southeast region. And again, this one is I think like another collision course of guys that are familiar with each other, Glenn, with Tony Burke from Rock North, returning state medalist, and Cole Smith from Springford. These guys are no strangers to one another. Met some last postseason, and I think they're on a collision course this year. But let's just kind of break down how we get to how we get there. If we look at the first round of this weight class, some matches that jump out at me: Charlie Arabone from Souderton and Pat Kelly. Pat Kelly, the casualty of Teague McCormick dropping, was enjoying a tremendous freshman season for CB West, and has to move up to 113 after getting wrestled off. I'm excited to see that match because our Arabone, and again, I apologize if I'm saying incorrectly, is the guy for that Souderton team and Coach Chris Atkinson that can get after it.
You and I have this bracket the same to a T, which is surprising that we ever get that right.
That doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, and again, I do have a change. I have Rosansky dropping a match to Heimbach, and I don't know why I went that route because I really like Rosansky, but Heimbach, I saw him wrestle a couple times this year, and he's impressed me. So there are some really good matches right up top in this bracket. I mean, Kelly will have to wrestle well against Arabone with the size factor. So that's probably the best matchup here, and so is that Rosansky Heimbach match then in the semi. So
the other first round match, if I may, before you go any further, is that Tim Kearney Ben Milligan match. Tim Kearney from Sun Valley and Milligan from Strathaven. I think that has the makings to be a really good first round match. Two young guys and guys that maybe don't get a lot of publicity, but I think that's gonna be a good one. And the guy I'm really excited to see that I didn't see it, get the wrestle at all this season, and I'm not gonna be able to say his name, but Andrej Sisnich.
I have him in there too. We didn't get to see him, and I did get to see Milligan down at Interborough. I got to see the Strathaven team. Got to talk to Coach. How do I say it? Giuliano? How do you say his last name?
Giuliano.
Oh, he's going to kill me saying that wrong. Saying that wrong, but got a chance to talk to him, and he's really pleased with all his kids. They just wrestled very, very well. And the Strathaven team walked around the gym. They were very businesslike, kind of knew they were going to move a large contingency to regional. So that is going to be a really good one. That's going to be a nice match.
So looking up top, Cole Coffin is going to be all business as he was for most of the season and during his freshman year. That Cole Coffin, Cole Smith match is going to be a pretty good one there in the semifinals. But I'm going to go with Smith because he seems focused, and if he can stay focused throughout the tournament, I think he's gonna be just fine getting to that final and winning it. I got him beating Burke. Again, when he's on, he's just so tough. I expect that Springford staff to have him ready to go.
Yeah, I don't have that result in the finals. I have the first round exactly the same way, and that was it in this bracket, Joe. So I'm not going to dismiss Tony Burke here. He's a state medalist that is going to go back up there and try and get higher on the podium. I don't think he's going to go up there and jeopardize not being a number one coming out of his region. So I think Smith has some work to do here. He's had a great year, though. I mean, we know that. I mean, only 2 losses. Those are 28 great wins, pretty much, wrestling in the pack and all the tournaments and schedule that Springford has. So this is probably one of the better finals we're going to see between two guys that are pretty evenly matched. It's going to be maybe a takedown or an escape type victory here.
Yep. So as we drop down this bottom half, and I think you touched on the Heimbach Rosansky before we go there. Heimbach, yes, wrestling really well. Rosansky's just tough at that. I think he's going to get a little redemption with Heimbach. And again, like we'll talk some more as we drop down and we look. If we look at these first round consolations, nothing really jumps off the page at you. But then you look at like Heimbach Adamson. I have Adamson's a crafty senior from that Quakertown program. I have Kearney Kearney beating Milligan, but then gets Airborne in that second round on the way through. There's just a lot of matches down here in this bottom half that can just go either way. There are a lot of evenly matched guys, no real, guys that, we could say like hammers, like where we talked about 106, we got guys like Ryder and McCormick on other years we're talking as regional champs. Just so happens there's guys like McFarland and Sement there that are just on a different level. Here we got a lot of guys that are just on the same level where they can have a great weekend and find themselves in that top 5 going to Hershey. So I have it with Coffin finishing third, beating Heimbach after Heimbach getting a little revenge there in that Conti semifinal. The reason being is because after Rosansky losing that semi coming down, Heimbach being on a little bit of a run there, winning 2 matches in a row to get to that point, building some momentum. I think he carries it on into that regional, that consolation final, and finally punches his ticket to states to Hershey. That is.
Yeah, I agree. I want to see Rosansky get there this year. And that Coffin Heimbach match, will be a good one as well. I mean, there's 5 real solid wrestlers here at 113 for District 1. So this is going to be an exciting, wrestle back consolation bracket, if you will. Once you get into, that consolation, quarterfinal, if you want to call it that, waiting for them to drop down the semi losers. I mean, again, we talked about Arabone and Kelly. So those are 2 guys that are going to be battling with everything they have to give themselves another chance in this tournament. It's a long day down there in the bottom, Joe, as we know.
Down and so, again, I have Heimbach beating Patrick Kelly. Again, the junior freshman matchup coming up weight class. I think it's going to catch up with them on day 2 of the tournament, and as he gets deeper into that consolation bracket, I think it's going to be the adversity that he just might not be able to overcome. But I think if there, and this isn't like, if he takes anything away from it, hey, you're just a freshman, bud, and you'll be back.
Yeah, I think Kelly's the odd man. I think Kelly's the odd man out here.
Yep.
But we are 5, 6, almost 7 deep here with Arabone. And like I said, we haven't seen Shizuznik, if that's how you say it. That's my best attempt at it. So that, this is a good weight class. I mean, we don't have many bad weight classes, Joe. I mean, every weight class has some guys that can do some damage, and there are guys not only in that final grouping, that there's going to be some battles down here. And a lot of people snooze at regionals during the Consi Wrestleback. You need to pay attention because there's going to be some lot at stake in just about every match after you get through those first 2 matches. It's just going to be a war.
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to every weight class. Friday night, seeing those, those first round matches, those quarterfinal matches. There's gonna be some all out wars in those matches because they're trying to get placement for put themselves in the best position possible if they happen to lose. So. Yeah. All right, Glenn, we're going to shut it down here for 113, and we'll be back for 120.